if we are talking about the beginning of Heian Shodan or Pinan Nidan, now the Heian and the Pinan have some detailed differences, right? So my Pinan Nidan kata will start like this, right? I'll scoot a little farther over for it. Here, here. And then we've got a turning Gedanbarai. Now, the more basic way of applying this is the kata says get sideways to the opponent, and we're using this dropping hammer fist. Well, the most simple way to do that is off something like a wrist grab, and we circle off to the side, we reverse that grip. I'm in a cat stance, which means I have my front leg light to do a kick. And since I've got this dropped down, my stepping punch is going to be clear to hit the head because he cannot block with this hand, right? So essentially what I have then is he's grabbed me, I go off to the side, reverse the grip, kick him, punch him, right? And we make impact mid-step because we want our body weight moving. And then that turn and Gedanbarai is generally going to be a throw. So we'll grab some part of the head or neck, right? And turn and drag them down. You can also, because you punched, you can shoot this arm in front, drop the elbow into their chest, and use that to turn and throw them. Now I say that's the most basic application because it's not making use of every piece of that first movement, specifically the hikite, right? We didn't use the hikite. We could have kept that hand up instead. So that is a very basic approach, but it does work. Another way to look at it is my hikite is controlling an arm, right? And I want to get off to the side, so we're already close up in this situation. Right? We're grabbing, we're fighting in close. We're doing grappling. And then I'm going to shuffle off to the side, and I'm going to use that hammer fist into their head or into their neck, and I'm probably going to try and force their head down. Now, I can still, from here, do the same punching technique. And this hand that was striking could be grabbing his other hand because he might be holding it up to defend against this. He might be blocking it, right? He may be throwing another punch and I'm going to collect it. It doesn't really matter, but I can get that hand and then still throw the punch and still do the same throw, right? A little fancier now. We can use this as a joint lock because this swinging motion happens first. I'm going to do it on the other side so that you can see it without me having to manhandle Bob the other way. But instead of using this to clear and control, the setup motion, right, where it comes across before it swings, can be a bump to the elbow. So it doesn't really matter how I get it, right? Some sort of crash happens, or I pass an attack, but I get a hold of it, and I use hikite to pull it, and I bump forward with the upper arm into the elbow to hyperextend the elbow. And then from there, I still have a hammer fist. And I'm still in a cat stance, that means I can kick, right? And I still have a free hand, that means I can collect his other arm to make sure he can't defend the punch, right? And then I can still do the Gedanbarai takedown from there. So the Gedanbarai takedown is a pretty safe fallback for that. I hope that makes sense.